Oh boy, here we go. 6'5", Halliburton to the top of the arc. Right elbow. Pulls it back up. Back iron. And in. And in. He got it.
Oh! I didn't see it. What happened?
It was all your fault, lad. That was, oh my gosh, that was an excellent recap, Pods. With the, come on, curb your enthusiasm. Come on here, Shanae. The reaction from Knicks fans after Halliburton ripped their heart out was absolutely priceless here. But the thing is, the Knicks are going to have a goldfish memory here. They're going to have to bounce back in this series. Perk, how can they do that starting tonight?
They will bounce back. They have the leadership. They have the mental toughness. And we saw when they get embarrassed, they bounce back in great fashion. You go back to looking at last series, they win the Boston Game 5, and Boston put a smackdown on them. Derek White had his shining moment, and then all of a sudden they got back to Game 6 in Madison Square Garden, and we saw the Knicks team in the postseason put on a defensive clinic. That's what they're going to have to do tonight. That's what they will do. Jalen Brunson will be better defensively. I believe he will accept the challenge. Him and Karl Anthony Towns, and the Knicks are going to get this win in Game 2.
Hold up, wait a minute, Perk. It's time to go shot for shot. Eastern Conference Finals edition on what both teams need to do. Hold up, wait a minute. Ahead
you thought
of
the Knicks
Game
were finished?
2.
Just kidding.
No, they were not finished. Now, typically it's big bro versus little sis, but it's ladies' night, so it's me and Dre. So
we are.
cool booty, Perk. All right, Rhea, you're taking the Pacers. I am taking the Knicks. Take it away, sis.
Yeah, well, listen, when you talk about this Pacers team, they are incredible offensively. So when you're talking about the Knicks defensively, their transition defense has to be better. Not just off of missed shots. The Knicks have to be better in transition defense off of makes. This is a layup by Jalen Brunson, but let me tell you, the Pacers, unbothered by made shots. They get the ball, they come right into the offense. Now, OG Anunoby is going to drop off of this drive, which would be fine if Jalen Brunson fights over the top of this ball screen because OG Anunoby is too far away. Jalen Brunson gets hung up, bottom of the net from Aaron Nesmith, could have been an and one, they're right in the game. Same thing here. This is a make from Karl Anthony Towns. Guess what? The Pacers don't care. They get the ball in, they are coming down the floor. Now, the matchups are already messed up because Karl Anthony Towns is on Nesmith. He could go under this screen. Instead, he just melts and points. And OG Anunoby is too far away to contest the shot. Again, both of these makes, the Pacers trying to come back into the game, they're off of made shots by the Knicks. The Knicks have to be better in transition defense. 62 points in Game 1 from the Pacers were within the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. So the transition defense for the Knicks, Perk, if you have that much confidence in them, this has to be cleaned up.
But you know what's crazy? The Pacers also spilled the tea a little bit because there's a specific area of emphasis that we took notice of. Thank you, Tyrese Halliburton. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Gotta dominate the Brunson-less minutes. Have to dominate them. Even if it's 4 minutes, dominate 4 minutes.
Well, that did not happen. Actually, if you think about it, the Knicks dominated the Brunson-less minutes. Watch this possession right here. OG is posting up 4 players beyond half court, ready to defend, but instead, because Brunson's not on the floor, OG goes into attack mode. I love that aggressive attack to the basket. But then again, with Brunson on the bench, now you're using OG as a screener, truly as a post player, and you're also using KAT as a shooter. And I loved his 3-point shot because look at this, a beautiful pin knockdown guy. He had 4 threes, a part of his 35 points, more threes, he made in this series, in this Game 1 versus the entire Boston Celtics series. And we're talking about this run. Brunson on the bench. Well, guess what? The Knicks have to keep allowing him to get some rest because they need him as a closer. 17-4 is what they outscored the Pacers in this time.
And that was sort of the glass half full that Brian Windhorst was talking about on our show yesterday. If you're looking for something to give you hope for the New York Knicks, is that Brunson didn't actually rack up a lot of minutes because he got in foul trouble. The Knicks, they have to protect Jalen Brunson here on defense, Perk. But I know, as a big man, you're keeping an eye on KAT.
You're damn right I am. And look, he had a monster night if you look at the box scores, but he got to be better defensively. He got to slide those damn puppies. Put forth some type of effort. Sometimes he switched to pick and roll, and they was making one move, blow by, scoop, layup. And I'm like, watch the difference between his body language, his energy, and Mitchell Robinson. Like, Mitchell Robinson is in the stand like, let me see it type energy. Karl Anthony Towns is standing there like, I have no chance. And your 2 best players, and Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, cannot be defensive liabilities on in this point of the season. you got to put forth
That's
some
what I was going to
type
say.
of effort.
KAT is not alone. It's also Brunson too defensively because they were targeting him down the stretch
He
and it
got
made it
scored
easy.
on 10 out of 12 times.
We should have known. You know what the moment we should have known? Go ahead, Andrea.
No, 26 points scored off of ball screens involving Jalen Brunson as the primary defender.
Right.
The Pacers went after him over and over again.
Got to protect him defensively.
protect
We
him,
should have. Yeah. Well, there's always that. It's hard though when you saw what Tyrese Halliburton walked into the arena in. He was wearing Timbs. We should have known at that moment that that's what was going down. Let's get to our talk.
The Pacers' comeback win was one for the ages. Before Wednesday night's win, teams that trailed by 9 points or more in the final minute of the fourth quarter or overtime were 0-1,414 in the playoffs since 1998. You can now add a 1 to that win column. Congratulations. NBA reporter Ramona Shelburne joins us now. Ramona, you talked to the Knicks after game 1. What did Karl Anthony Towns tell you about how they want to move forward from that loss?
Listen, Karl Towns is a New Yorker, right? He's from here. He knows the history of this series. Obviously, Tyrese Halliburton did too. But Karl Towns knows this history. And I said to him, you know, Reggie Miller's in the building. He's calling the games. I mean, it's a little on the nose, right? Of the echoes of Reggie Miller. Was that in your head at all as this comeback was coming forward? And he said, look, I know the history, but it's our job to make our own history. We're not trying to repeat history. And I think you saw some of that this last couple of days here as they've been trying to put this behind them, where they recognize, look, before game 1, everybody was feeling themselves. They were naming boulevards after Jalen Brunson and Karl Towns. And the last day and a half since that game, everybody's been back to business. They understand they have a long way to go to get to where they want to be in these playoffs.
Yeah, we heard a little New York come out of KAT too in the post game. He talked about the
totally
park.
did.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see if they're able to turn it around tonight. New York lost game 1 because of that unbelievable Pacers comeback. What's been the message inside Indiana's locker room after Wednesday's win?
Rick Carlisle almost got mad at me for asking. Like, he's like, it's hard enough to play here. We do not want to give them any bulletin board material. I think they recognized how big of a win this was for them, how big of a comeback, and he knew Tyrese Halliburton did the choke sign. He knew that was going to be the story. And he kept saying, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Then he finally kind of cracked and said, players can do what they want. Tyrese has earned the right to do whatever he wants. And that's all anyone in New York has been talking about the last day and a half is that choke sign. And one thing Tyrese Halliburton, who also knows his history, he said he watched that 30 for 30 on the Reggie Miller Spike Lee back and forth 50 times growing up. He said, the thing is, the Pacers didn't win that series when Reggie did the choke sign. That was 1994. So he knows his history too.
Yeah. He also said he might have done that a little premature because obviously he thought it was a game winner. It wasn't a game winner, whatever.
He earned it though. Exactly. That was a heck of a shot.
That's very true. Okay, so he would probably be most clutch if we were to give him a superlative.
Yeah.
We were talking about superlative earlier. What was your superlative in high school?
You know what? I don't know if this is a category everywhere else, but in high school they voted me most unforgettable. My friend Yomi and I were most unforgettable. I like that one.
She's memorable. We love that. Yeah, how could we ever forget you, Ramona?
You
most
too.
Unforgettable. Thank you.
Sports betting analyst Tyler Fulgham is with us right now. Your superlative in high school?
I was apparently forgettable, but class clown.
You see, very much on brand. All right.
Now I know not to bring my wife around Jeremy Fowler at the holiday party.
Yeah, because he got biggest flirt in high school. I was not expecting that at all. All right, I know you got a parlay for Knicks Pacers tonight. Take us through it.
All right, we're going to start with the Pacers. They've been the best team to bet on in this postseason. I'll take them plus the points. I think the Knicks likely win this game, but I don't think it's a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. It's likely going to come down to the last possession in the fourth quarter. The Pacers certainly could win this game. They've won 6 games this playoff as an underdog. That's by far the most of any team in the NBA, so I'll take them plus the points to keep it close, if not take a 2-0 lead. The other play I want to make in this game that you can parlay with the Pacers plus the points is Jalen Brunson to have 30 plus points. The Knicks have lost 5 times, I should say, in this playoff. The game after the previous 4 losses, Brunson is averaging 33 points per game. So when the Knicks need him after an L, JB, big body Brunson, usually shows up. So parlay that together, Pacers plus the points, Brunson with 30 plus, regardless of the outcome, plus 240 at ESPN Bet. A nice little ROI for your investment.
Yeah, you know that big body Brunson's going to be coming out hot in this, especially the way that the Knicks lost in game 1. All right, let's head to the ice. Oilers Stars game 2 tonight. What's your best bet there?
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you like the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we noticed that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do we. Until the next video. NBA, the passion that connects us.